How does embryo freezing work during IVF? Imagine being able to save a tiny piece of your future self for later use. That's what embryo freezing, also called embryo cryopreservation, makes possible during in vitro fertilization. It's a process that helps preserve embryos so they can be used in the future, giving hope to many people trying to build a family. The process starts with ovarian stimulation. Fertility medications are given to encourage the ovaries to produce multiple eggs at once. This step is important because it increases the chances of success and provides enough eggs for fertilization. Once the eggs are mature, a minor procedure called egg retrieval is performed. During this procedure, a thin needle is inserted through the vaginal wall to collect the eggs from the ovaries. In the lab, the eggs are fertilized with sperm. This can be done in two ways: traditional insemination, where sperm and eggs are mixed together, or intracytoplasmic sperm injection, where a single sperm is directly injected into each egg. The fertilized eggs, now called embryos, are then monitored for about 24 hours to confirm fertilization. After fertilization, the embryos are cultured for about 5 to 6 days. During this time, they develop into a structure called a blastocyst, which is considered the best stage for freezing or transfer. At this point, the embryos are carefully evaluated for quality and readiness. The next step is freezing. The most common method used today is vitrification, a rapid freezing process that cools the embryos very quickly. This technique uses high concentrations of cryoprotectants, which prevent the formation of ice crystals that could damage the cells. Vitrification turns the embryos into a glass-like state, which greatly improves their chances of surviving the freezing and thawing process. The embryos are then stored in liquid nitrogen at extremely low temperatures, around -321 degrees Fahrenheit or -196 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, all biological activity is effectively paused, allowing the embryos to be preserved indefinitely. When the time comes to try for pregnancy, the embryos are carefully thawed. This involves gradually warming them and removing the cryoprotectants to prevent damage. If the embryos survive the thawing process, they are then transferred into the uterus, where they may implant and develop into a pregnancy. Embryo freezing offers many benefits, especially for those with fertility challenges like endometriosis. It allows for the preservation of embryos created during a single ovarian stimulation cycle, reducing the need for multiple egg retrievals. This can be less physically and emotionally demanding. It also provides flexibility, letting individuals choose the best time for embryo transfer, which can be helpful if symptoms or health conditions need to be managed first. In summary, embryo freezing during IVF involves stimulating the ovaries to produce eggs, retrieving those eggs, fertilizing them in the lab, culturing the embryos to the blastocyst stage, and then rapidly freezing them using vitrification. This technology helps preserve fertility and can improve chances of pregnancy later on. Always remember to consult with a healthcare professional to understand what options are best for your personal situation.